Hey friends, I just wanted to give a little word of encouragement as these industries reopen and close and reopen. When I initially was thinking about this, it was more so focused on like the dance industry and how um, there are a lot of things that kind of strip us from the nature of who we actually are. And so I just want to encourage mostly us ladies as things reopen to these selves that you were finding and loving and encouraging within your home. I would love to see you guys continue to carry that out with you into the world. And so sorry, there's there's some drums and things going on around me, which is nice. That self-love, continue to carry that with you as we venture back out into these auditions and all of these things, because they won't know how to represent you if you don't represent yourself well. So there's no happier place than the truth. So I just want you guys to continue to find that for yourself. I love my natural hair, little springs and all of those things. I couldn't be happier with where I am right now. So I would like to see everybody like that, in that way, really just thriving in that happiness. And for others around us to celebrate that as well, because we deserve it. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Continue to empower that self and move forward. Move forward with that self. Love is the answer, and no one else can love you better than yourself, and they can't love you if you don't love yourself. So move forward with confidence and greatness. Also, I just want to say that I'm not coming from a place of which I haven't stepped foot in those shoes. I have completely destroyed my hair trying to fit the mold of the industry, and decided, this has been my protest for a long time, deciding that I am who I am, and they should cast me as I am and love who I am and celebrate who I am. So I've been on this journey for a long time, and really, I just couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier. Like, I thank God for the jobs that I get and that are meant for me, and all of the other jobs I wouldn't be happy doing anyway. So I've, permed my hair to, fit the mold. I've, done the wigs and the weaves and all of these things. And it's okay. It's okay to do those things, like, temporarily. Yeah, you want to change up your look, do it, like, have a good time. But I'm saying, for that to be your 90% and your true self be your 10%, I encourage you to flip those numbers. 90% in your truest self, and experiment and have fun, 10%. Your identity is your power, and I don't want that power to be diminished and suppressed. I want that power to be amplified and glorified. So I just, I know where you guys have been. I understand illnesses and things like that, of which, there's hair loss and all of those things. Like, I'm not saying, like, never, do that. But even through those times, I encourage, for you to still rock it as your truest self, because your story is a story to be shared, and we can never know your story if you never let us see who you are. So yeah, be empowered in your truest self, love yourself, and I love you. All right. Oh, and I'd like to add, I forgot to say, when you do decide to change it up and do something fun and funky, maybe stick with something, it's just an idea, maybe stick with something that's a little closer to your cultural lineage. So that they can continue to understand that, our hair does shift in shape. But these are the other ways of which we do this. We don't all have to look like robots with the same bone straight or wavy designs and things. Although, like, our hair does do that sometimes, part of the reason why I decided to make a shift and become a part of, the design within the industry is because I had a problem with the way in which I would, do a twist out or braid out, as you guys like to call it now. And it would shrink. I sweat so much that it would shrink at the end of the audition. So, I really do understand. But yeah, I'd say continue to find this in whatever this means to you. I still strongly encourage the representing yourself as that 90% of truth self, and that 10% of, like, you want to kind of venture and do something funky. I love to change my hair all the time, so I understand. But also, little side note, if for those of you who are like who have this validation in that, in Africa they do this all the time. Well, in Africa, let me tell you, they're not afraid to just rock their natural hair. They do it at weddings, at parties. They will model for whatever, rocking their natural hair. So for those of you who are super keen or just kind of finding it to be the right time to tap in, that is a little cultural validation if you needed that. I am African, and I have been to many places within Africa, so it's true facts, not just making it up. But yeah, there's a lot of braided hair and things, but those same people who also put on wigs aren't afraid to take those wigs off and just be their truest self and be just as confident and loving themselves and walking tall and proud in it. So do it.